Hey guys, it's Anthony. I'm actually here with Event Popular. I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about who I am, since I'm never really behind the cameras. I really don't have much presence that's something that is, I guess, enough for people to understand. So it's been brought to my attention that I should be behind the camera a little bit more, only behind as in front, because I'm usually on the other side. And actually, there's a whole lot that I want to tell you, but I got a few short minutes here to be able to sit down with you and give you a little bit more. So here goes a little bit, I guess. Go.
So what age did you realize I want to do music for the rest of my days?
Actually, a lot of people ask me whether I wanted to be a musician my whole life or not. And to be honest, you know, there's been a lot of phases. There's been a lot of different ups and downs, but throughout everything, I first discovered music as being a musician, right, when I was 7 years old. And my sister actually ended up taking piano lessons, but eventually she took a opportunity to do the recitals, which she performed on stage. And at that moment, which I had to be like 7 or 8 or something, and I realized that's what I wanted to do. I told my mom, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to be on stage. So I haven't really, continued on with that as like an everyday thing, by all means. There's been many years where I kind of stepped out, and then it wasn't until I was 13 again where I picked up a violin, because I begged for it and begged for it and begged for it, and finally I got it at 15, I guess. And then I learned to play that. So there's been, the piano when I was 7, there was violin, and then I played the guitar, a little bit of drums throughout high school. But basically, I then stepped out for a while. So there's really a whole lot of different things, I guess, that I would say that I participated in. But music was not always what I wanted to do. I was going to study architecture and real estate. And I was also studying some business courses that were going to help out with that. But the market for real estate was having this Fannie Mae bubble crash expected to hit sometime around 2003, 2004. Once 2004 hit, yes, here it comes, and that was it. So I backed out of that. I took audio production, and that's where I decided, you know what? I'm going to go where my heart goes instead of where the money goes. And so that's where I'm at today. This is after, I'd say it's been a good 8 years or so, consecutively. Actually, no, 10. It's been 10 years now. 2004, it's 2014, going on 11. Here we are.
So do you have, what is your goal? What do you want from this whole endeavor of you taking, risks, making the studio, investing? Like, what is the end game for you?
The end game for me is to learn about life and to experience it and to live it. I may be here only once, and I realized when my brother passed, you only get now. We're not able to say that you're going to live again and again and again. We're not able to believe, when you believe in things like that, here's what happens. It's like, okay, maybe in another life. How many relationships have you had where that one girl that if you could just say, and then maybe you dated her, right? And maybe it just didn't work out. Maybe you're like, well, maybe in another life or something. We hear people phrase it all the time, but look, really, for real. If there's something you want in life, go out and go get it. Make it happen. So I went ahead, I took these risks. I went ahead and assembled this idea of, there's many other people that are going through life that are struggling at the same exact time. Let's form a union. Let's make life better. Why? Because we can start to live it. Once we start to live it, we can start to show the world what exactly life really can consist of. Right now we're just doing music, but this is the very beginning stages. So I want to take this to another level to where we're able to, go out and go do shows. We can be self-sufficient, probably set up an income. There's been so much, that .com Napster, that really had tampered in, with the whole music industry. And that's, everything's pretty much crumbled with that. A lot of people blame that. I don't know the whole dollar sign figures and everything, numbers, etc. I don't really know if that's exactly what destroyed the music industry, but Regardless, though, I know that there's so many independent artists. So I really believe, though, if we stick together, let's take this as far as it goes. Let's ride the storm out and ride the wave. Whatever. I don't know. I'm so full of words.
Anything else you gotta say before it goes no more?
Huh?
You got 1 minute left.
All right. Yeah. Ask me. Come on.
Who do you love?
Who do I love?
Yeah.
Myself and everyone else around me.
And the family.
Yeah. Everyone. Everyone.
Love is important. Yes.
Yeah. Love is important. If I don't love anyone, then I don't love myself.
There you go.
We're all connected. Remember that.
That's it.
What else? Did it just say end tape?
No.
All right. Then there's time. Go. Another question.
How? If this whole thing. No. Would this be your legacy for your family, for you, and like the idea behind Event Popular is what? What is the idea? Like for 10 years, let's say 5 years, let's say 3 years from now, what do you want to have? What do you want to see this Event Popular thing do? What do you want to have it done?
Okay. Well, I'm open to make sure that this is going to fulfill the needs of an artist and the desires of an artist as well. But yet, no matter what we do, I do want to see us be able to take it to another level. Right now we're as a studio in-house. We're working with, different venues in the area to be able to, reach out, help them out with any kind of need they have, let people know in the community who we are. But I want to be able to go beyond Champaign. So I'd like us to be able to start traveling and going to different locations, but there's plenty of things that we have to do before we can get to that point. But to be able to, start to, pop up in Chicago, pop up in Indianapolis, really work the Midwest for now. And by all means, when it comes to anything internet, yada, 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 okay, let's try to reach as far out as we can. So the way that I see, anything that you do, whether you're a realtor that's here in town or you're, a barber down the street at some shop, right? If you really want to have a business that's successful, you need to go far beyond where you're currently at. You need to start, dropping little, what? It's a tape end?
He was gone.
All right. Well, either way, it's a ripple effect. Honestly, it's a ripple effect. There's another camera here. This always happens to me because I'm the last one to go. But there's a ripple effect, and if you drop this little information, which is, hey guys, here's what I'm doing, yada yada yada, such and such. Listen to my music, whatever. You're creating this communication, this link, and it is going to create a ripple. Now that ripple will get larger and larger as long as you keep putting a little drip there, right? You know what I mean? Because then all of a sudden you've got multiple ripples in a central location, right? And voila, you have something. But you can spend 10, 20, years working on this, and you're just here in the Midwest. And I hate to say it, you need to reach out farther than that. And you have the internet. You've got video. You've got audio. You've got, friends. You've got, so many people that you can network with. What I'm trying to show everyone is the fact that you can do it. Really, when you look at music, there's been a whole lot of changes throughout the years, right? Where music originally started from. Where did music start? Do we know?
Yeah.
Where?
Music started in Africa.
Music started in Africa.
Where original life started.
Where original life.
Actually, if you really want to go back, genre-wise, it all started with the blues. Jazz.
Jazz?
Sorry. No, gospel, and that started in the slave ships. Because they had to find a way to cope with what they could not understand. So they prayed and on the cotton fields they prayed. That became blues. From blues came jazz. Blues and jazz are like first cousins. And then from that came rock. From rock came rap. From rap came dubstep, techno. Now you have you have R&B. So it's pretty much, as you said, a ripple effect.
Yeah. Well, what I was mentioning about the ripple effect is you can be an artist and you can work for 5 years in your small town.
Yeah.
Or maybe your city, right? And now people are starting to get to know about you, okay? But yet it doesn't reach beyond there because you need to reach beyond there. You know, you're somebody, you've got so many hands, right? But you've got so many friends, and it's like, you know, utilize the people around you and work together, right? Because if you find other people that are wanting to do exactly what you do, you can start to delegate what the tasks are. So one person can start to handle the internet, one person can start to handle the photography, one person can start to handle the you know, the film work stuff, one person can start to develop storylines, one person can be a songwriter, one person can be a music producer, you know, and everybody all combined can be their lyricists. Everybody combined can be their, you know, guitar player and the piano players. Everyone can learn as much as they possibly can within what the boundaries of what they have are. But what I'm pointing out is when you come together, your boundary bubble is going to get a whole lot bigger. And that's exactly what we're doing here. And we're trying to, you know, take your basement, you know, to sky high, you know, capability. So, you know, you look at labels, label will, you know, they'll give you a loan. They'll give you a large lump sum, and then you spend that money up, or you use up that time, or, you know, all these things, and they cost so much money. And I'm just telling you, I'm going to be real honest with you. $30 an hour, you know, if somebody's ever getting paid that amount, right, for something, okay, they're probably independent. If they're not independent, I'm just saying in any job across the board, right? But yet, when you have a company that's charging $60 an hour for this video guy to come on out, I'm going to tell you what, that video guy's probably getting 15 for the hour. There's so much unnecessary funding. Yet at the same time, little do you know, when you actually get an offer from a label and you're getting a percentage, it's like, okay, you could be an artist and you're getting maybe, let's say, 30% of, you know, profit, whatever. Did you know that the IRS lets all of these, you know, entertainment companies and labels, etc., be able to do this, you know, pre-planned loss against what their profit is, so that when they're profiting, literally they sell $1 billion worth of merchandise, and it costs them to distribute and to package and to, you know, record and to engineer and all the services was like, let's say 200,000. So 200,000 to $1 billion. Now you got that 1 billion. You know, just shy of $1 billion. But now they're incorporating that over the next, let's say, 5 years or 10 years, the life of it, right? You know, they got archive stuff, they got all these extra bills and bills and bills and bills, etc. And then, so you think that you're going to get 30% of $1 billion, but it turns out that they have just docked like 99% of that stuff because that's what they're figuring as their losses. Because also, there are also different labels, not just yours. So really, when it comes down to it, you've got all these other cats that are in the mix that they're going to get, you know, a percentage, but all these people are losing. So really, it's like, what are you getting profit of? You need to make sure that when you're getting a deal, right, you're getting gross receipts. That's something that is very important that a lot of people, they miss out on. If you're not getting gross receipt percentage, then I'm sorry, but you don't want it, to be honest. Ask me something else. I journey too much. Is that it?
Where can you be contacted?
I can be contacted. Go to eventpopular.com. All my contact info is there. If you try to send me a message, send me Anthony at eventpopular.com, or give me a call. The telephone number is at the top of the webpage. And if for any reason you can't get a hold of me through the email, go ahead and send me an email, eventpopular@gmail. So if you're trying to send in your demo, your mixtape, your video, or any kind of a large file, send it to eventpopular@gmail, because I feel that I hate to say it, but that's become so much more reliable, you know, when it comes to being able to do all sorts of things. You know, I really haven't really liked the flow of the server that we got, but I don't know. Sorry. I'm really tired, guys.
Bro, it's all good.
I'm really
tired. I've been up doing
And
nothing.
it's hot in here. All these lights.
Oh,
I'm feeling the heat.
what is? Well, is that it? Cause
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.